every essay they have the main ideas, right? Every research, every even the advertisement, announcement, job announcement, any any paper, any how to say outlets, okay, of kinds of information. So they have some kinds of main ideas that you have to focus. But why they have to have the detail? Because okay, sometimes if they focus the main idea without detail, uh, it might some people confuse, confused.
Cho please let someone enter.
Okay, they might confuse, right? Okay. Okay, so you look at distinguish main idea from details. So you look at the main ideas are the major point that support the focus of a piece of writing, yes, any writing. If you can find the main ideas and distinguish them from the supporting details, you will understand the purpose and focus on the writing. In most texts, you can find main idea by, so it is the important thing that you should focus. Okay, so number one, pay attention to repeated vocabulary. Okay, so you have to pay attention the repeated word in that essay, right? In that writing, which may be keywords. Okay. Number two, looking for words in the headline or title of the text. Okay, so like, okay, if you're talking about the environment, right? Mostly they focus on the definition, the supporting of the environment, and they have to mention the keyword, many times, right? Okay. Number three, reading subheadings and the caption of any graphs, paragraphs, or illustration. Okay, so this is, for example, they have many paragraphs. So each paragraph might have its main idea, okay, to support the big idea, the big topic. Okay, so like number four, watching for words that introduce conclusion or main ideas. Okay, so for conclusion, all of you know already writes about a conclusion. Conclusion means you have to conclude the main idea. You have to summarize the main ideas of your writing, right? So I think that it's easier to look at the conclusion because every essays, every writings, right? I mean academic writing, so they have conclusion. Okay, so this is the word that show the conclusion. Okay, some writings they might not use in conclusion or sum up, right? They just use the word to sum up, to conclude, or in conclusion. So they use other words, but that word show the same meaning as conclusion. For example, therefore, right? Therefore, as a result, so
As a result.
more or most importantly, finally or eventually, okay, to conclude. Okay, so they have many words. Okay, so this is the word when you can see this word in the last paragraph or maybe the second of the last paragraph. So you can remember, oh, that paragraph is the conclusion paragraph. Okay? And the last one focusing on words in bold. Okay? Italics are different colors. So, okay, in this case, maybe about the advice, advertisement or announcement. So they might put the colors, okay, in difference in order for the reader easy to remember or to understand. So this is the techniques. Okay, I think that any one of you have something here that you want to share with the class about the techniques, how to differentiate or distinguish the main ideas from the detail. Okay, so now they have some kind of below. You can see below here. Uh, they want you to identify the genre, okay, genre, some maybe Jan or genre, okay, and the main idea from this paragraph, okay, the paragraphs, the content in the box here, okay, so they want you to identify. So they have some kinds of okay. The position of the main idea may depend on the genre, the types of text, because there are different ways of organizing information, or they have academic writing. Okay, the genre may be academic writing, maybe news articles, it's about the research, okay, business communication, okay, that is about the enticement, about the promotion, about something like that, business communication. So uh, we have one, two, three, four, five. Okay, we have five types of kinds of the writing. Okay, here, and so you have to identify. Okay, so which one belong to academic writing, which one belong to news article, which one belong to business communication. Okay, so you understand here, everyone?
Teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, so does anyone have some question before we do this fight? Let me see. Okay, okay. So you look at here. A, we have read the essence, identify the genre of the writing, then write the main ideas in a sentence. It means you have to take away, take the main ideas from this content to put here. So now, how many minutes do you prefer to read? From 1 until 5. Okay, for A, how many minutes?
I think 10 minutes.
Oh, a little bit long, maybe 6 or 7 minutes. Okay.
8. Teacher, 8.
Okay, so okay. I think that's okay. You just look at the contents and you use this technique. Okay, we have have 5 techniques to identify the main ideas of the text. Okay, so you depend on you. Okay, someone might be looking okay for words in the headline, or someone may be focusing on word in bold. Okay, so but here in this case you don't have word in bold, so for example like that. But so you have uh, to read and choose any techniques among these, or maybe others might be used as normal, use as your personal technique. Okay, so 8 minutes. Okay, please read here. We will try to finish our unit 2 for today class, and tomorrow we will start unit 3. So that's why I want you to read the reading or the material first, because easy when we study here, you just answer the question.
Anh chào anh chị. Okay. Take.
this reading and identifies the genres and the main ideas of each paragraph. Hello?
chờ chân nế nó là nó trong sầm cái
Yeah?
chân nế chân rí ấy chân nế
And genre.
genre
Yeah, genre. Some you can check your dictionary. Okay, depend on someone and genre. So this is the same. The word types.
style
Type.
type or style chứ
Type.
type
Yes. So, but technically they use in the scripture. You know the scripture. The scriptures or the literature or something like that, or the law or something like that. They use like genre. Okay, so especially scripture. Okay. Genre. But actually the tie, the ties of they take the ties of the book, the ties of the story, and the ties of something like that.
genre always used with the religion.
Just like
I heard sorry teacher, nothing to say.
Okay, so if it's difficult for you, you can use ties, right? The word ties. Type. Okay, so let's start. Number one. Okay, the excerpt number one. Okay, so what genre do you think?
I think economic writing.
Economic writing, right? Are you sure? Let me see.
I think so, teacher.
Okay. Academic writings, yeah. Okay, so you can see they explain here genre or type of text. Academic writing, right? It's some kinds about culture, you know. Here. If you look at the contents, if you are not sure about academic writings, you can just put, for example, talking about culture, shock, right? Okay. If a genre is about the culture shocks, yeah. And okay, so culture shocks is, yeah, you can say a part of academic writing. Okay, academic writing. Okay. So type of text. Okay, if you are not sure about whether or not it is academic writing or news article or business communication, then you just put here because this paragraph talking about the culture shock. Okay, so you understand the word culture shock, right?
I don't understand.
Anyone can explain a little bit about what does it mean culture shock?
culture shock.
Okay, so for this week, I will give you a short assignment, short homework writing about culture shock. So I think that everyone uh, might have experience with the culture shocks. Uh, Not only you go abroad, but only in Cambodia, for example, you are living in Phnom Penh and you go to any provinces in Cambodia, or you live in any province in Cambodia and come to Phnom Penh, and then you see something new and you don't expect. Why is it like that? Okay, why so different from what you have known, right? Okay, so how about the main idea here?
I think it is in the second sentence, teacher.
Yes, very good. Okay, so you can see, therefore, here is some kinds of summarize, okay, or reason, or yes, a reason. Okay, yes, good. The let me see.
No loss.
Okay, good. So you can see this is the main idea here. Okay, so you all about here talking about supporting ideas or some details. So you can see, especially you can see the keyword culture shock. Okay, so this is the keyword, the main idea. Okay, so you can see here. You can see a new culture is not necessarily another country or place where another language is spoken. Okay, so like I said, even in our country, maybe you go to northeastern part of Cambodia, so you might be see something news, and you don't expect something how possible like that. Okay, good. How about number two? What is the type of text? Okay, difficult to pronounce this word, to
Language
say this
program.
word. Jana. Okay, so what types of text do you think?
I think business communication.
Yes, correct. You are correct. Business communication. Okay. No need to write. Okay, so you know here, business communication. What is the main idea? Because
The,
you, yeah,
you said already the sentence.
yeah.
Or say it again like this learning program, right?
Okay, so you can see, because the type of text and the main idea technically go along with each other or consistent with each other. So you have to remember that. So when talking about the business communication, so what types of communication that you think is are the most important according to this text?
Low cost with a bet. Low cost and with the better
Because technically, the types of the text, sometimes they show the keyword, the first sentence or the second sentence. But sometimes they show the main idea of the keyword at the last sentence or the second of last sentence, for example, like that. Okay.
I think that the sentence the company is interested in investing in a language learning program.
So okay, so if you look at here, the company is interested in investing a language learning program. They have two suitable programs available. Say it again and language now. Okay. Okay, so I think that for my understanding, when we're talking about the communication of business, I think that about the last sentence. The last sentence, say it again, will meet our needs at a lower cost and with better business. When you go to negotiate, right, the business agreement. So, okay, the buyer, right, the buyer want low cost and better service. I think everyone sure, right? When you go to the shop, supermarket, everyone needs a lower cost and a better service with the quality, right? So here I think that the last one, yeah, the last one here, cost and service. Okay, so did you agree with that? Okay, so if you look at here, yes, it's like the thesis statement, right? The thesis statement. So you have two suitable program available. So you have to explain, say it again. Number one, language now. So you have this like the thesis statement. Okay, you can see that. But the last sentence, okay, we focus on say it again because they focus on the cost and the service. Okay,
right.
so anyone? Okay, so if okay, so I think that is the main idea. Okay, so important. Solution, say it again. Language and learning program. Okay, so number 3. What is type of text?
Type of text.
I think it is new article.
Okay, great. Yes, correct. So what is the main ideas of this?
It may so as the heading of the article, language researcher specialty. This is right,
Teacher, for me, I think that the last sentence of our paragraph is the main idea.
Okay. So if you look at here, you can see the word challenges, right? So here they use a lot about not a lot, but how many challenges here? Okay, we have one, only one, right? Two, okay. We have two, repeated word about challenges. Okay, so okay, the main idea might be not exactly the same here. You might be summarize, okay, for like, okay, like you said, maybe here, Dr. Wall faced many challenges, for example, okay, or face the great challenges, okay, when he talked to the chiefs or the local chiefs, okay. So the keyword I think like that, okay. So you can pick any one, but don't forget the word challenge, okay. Here, okay. So the researcher, okay, might face the great challenges because they're talking about the language, the people who who speak different language, okay, how to communicate with them to get understand, right? To get cooperation, okay, to get your work done. So this is the main idea. This is the challenges of the researcher, okay, how to get your research done. Okay, so so here, okay, I think that okay, all of you correct, but just you have to include the word challenges, okay, to the main idea here. Okay. Yes. So you can make the great challenges for Dr. Wall that he faced when he did his research, for example, like that. Okay, number 4.
Okay, make writing.
I think type of writing is called academic writing, and the main idea is in the first sentence, right, teacher?
Okay, good. Yes, correct. Yes, here you look at the content here. It talks about language change through process. Okay, through process. But actually, the main idea only internal change and language context. Okay, so you can see about the language. Okay, what is internal change? Internal change occurs slowly, so you can see like internal change and language context is the main idea, and then the next sentence they explain, right? What is internal change, right? What internal change is, for example. Okay. Yes, correct. Academic writing and internal change and language context is the main idea. But in writings, so you have to explain, right? You have to write as a sentence, Okay, so the last one, number 5, New Zealand in the 1830s.
What we call
Anyone can give the answer here?
general.
New article, right?
Yes, correct. New article. And what is the main idea?
The main idea is about talking about New Zealand in the 1833 30.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, so the main ideas may be okay. New Zealand was likely a Maori world in the 1830s, and then when the time passed by, okay. But more you arise in New Zealand throughout the decades, so you can see the connection between the first main idea to the second main idea. You know, so you can see here is like the contrast with the first and the second, right? It's the science of human. Okay, so I think that this is similar to when we're talking about Cambodia, right? It's about in the past, Cambodia is a large big country, right? If you look at the map.
God please.
But now, you can say Cambodia is a small country. So you can see some kind of contrast. Okay, so here is okay, the contents that they don't tell you. Okay, they don't tell you the kinds of text. So you can predict, you can guess based on the technique here. Okay, based on the technique here, so you can apply the technique to your own technique, your personal technique. Okay, so I think that it might be useful and helpful to identify the main ideas and the types of the text. Okay, so look at here a little bit. Okay, B, how would you find the main idea in the following kinds of writing? Discuss your answer with a partner. So, okay, I think that like email. Okay, so email normally when you write email or email to anyone, so you have your topic, right, about what you want to email to that person or at that organization, right? So that is, I think that easy to find the main ideas in email. So email you have the opening, right? The opening you have greetings. You have the main contents. Okay, the main idea, the main content of the email, and last one the close, right? The closing. Okay, like sincerely, sincerely yours, and put your name. So you have some kinds of the email. I think that many of you know very well how to write email, right? I mean formal email. So you have the opening, you have greeting, you have the body of the emails, and the closing. Okay, the closing is really important, depend on formal or informal.
Mai ơi, đọc bay khe comment. Nè, tao mới comment chà, tao tên nộp xa về đâu mong đâu.
Trồng cái chế cái lúc Insta black bật voi ấy.
Yes, have some free time to check some comment online. Okay, so you look at here. Okay, about the newspaper editorial, right? So this is a little bit long. Okay, if you read the newspaper, business letter, a blog post, and advertisement. Okay, advertisement. So you can apply the techniques. Okay, maybe advertisement they put different colors in order for you to be easy to read or understand what is the real purpose of the advertisement, right? Okay, so here I think that we should skip this part B. Okay, when languages die. Okay, so we look at the words vocabulary. Okay, look at here. Any one of you have read this about the vocabulary? Okay, so I think that you know the meaning, right? Some researchers hope that plants from the Amazon, maybe you read Amazon, okay, rainforest can provide a cure for cancer. You know the word of cure, right? What does it mean? Anyone can tell in command? Yes, very good. A cure, right? Cure means a cure for cancer. Okay, that is yeah. As a noun or as a verb, you can cure someone, you can heal someone. Okay, some drug makers have exploited the knowledge that because of Amazon have about native plant to develop new drugs. So what does it mean exploited here? Anyone can translate for our class?
It's like we do the business, right, teacher?
No, exploited. It's okay. For example, like now we have many plantations, rubber plantation, you know plantation, right?
No.
Plantation ចំការ plantations plantation ទៅចំការណា plant or maybe some of you pronounce plantation plantation okay from plant many plantations so they exploit the forest you can see because they need the land to grow right to grow something to grow plants so they exploit the environment they exploit the forest so what does it mean anyone can translate exploited
to treat some people.
So because when you understand the meaning here easy for you to answer here you know yeah. So you can see you can match it easily so anyone know
កេងប្រវែង teacher
yes
កេងចំណេញ
okay yes yeah some kinds of that meaning yes but here I so that's why it is very important we study English especially and you want to study literature English literature so you can see the context of the sentence the context of the culture is play important role in translation okay exploited here mean destroy but destroy is strong you know destroy not but it means destroy or damage or harm you know the word harm right harm បំផ្លាញណាបំផ្លាញឬធ្វើឲ្យខូចខាតexploited okay exploit you can see some drug makers have exploited knowledge that people of their medicine have about the native plant to develop new drugs okay so it means they don't care about the native knowledge or the knowledge of the native people that they use the herbal medicine you know herbal right herbal medicine to cure for some diseases right okay how about number 3 indigenous
Indigenous is type of people
yeah
yes
Regional.
no oui
yeah that they call indigenous people ខ្មែរយើងភាគច្រើនហៅថាជនជាតិភាគតិចណាជនជាតិភាគតិចជនជាតិហ្នឹងមិនមែនគាត់មកពីផ្សេងទេគឺតំបន់គាត់នៅហ្នឹងតាំងពីដើមពីណាពីណីមកហើយហ្នឹងហើយ indigenous មិនជាអន្តរវេសមកពីកន្លែងផ្សេងទេនេះអន្តរវេសមកពីកន្លែងផ្សេងគេបាទគេហៅថា indigenous គឺគាត់នៅហ្នឹងតាំងពីដើមមកហើយ okay indigenous people is similar to native people
so can we call it so it is similar to ancient people or not can we call it ancient people
ancient people yes but ancient people is mean yes មនុស្សពីបុរាណ
yes
normally they have tribal people okay tribal people tribal you know tribal
no
people
can you spell it for
ជនជាតិដើមភាគតិចជនជាតិកុលសម្ព័ន្ធណាពីthe same ជនជាតិកុលសម្ព័ន្ធណាtribal people ជនជាតិកុលសម្ព័ន្ធដូចជាពួកគាត់ជាភ្នួងជាសួយជាអីចឹងណា tribal people លក្ខណៈថាហ្នឹងណា miền Việt ra thế indigenous sầm nào từ lỡ mình sầm nào từ lỡ chỉ cho những sầm nào từ lỡ sắt có đôi chỉ trai đôi chỉ từ lỡ nơi công nông Campuchia in Mekong River in Cambodia we have indigenous fish, okay, like south, something like that. So it stay here for a long time. Okay, okay. So I think that indigenous. You just know that it's local people or native people or tribal people. Okay. How about number 4? Retain. It's a little bit formal word. Retain.
To keep something, teacher.
Yeah.
To keep something, teacher.
Okay. Good. Retain mean keep, mean maintain, right? Mean preserve or something like that. Okay, good. In the face of pressure, you know the word. Okay, it can be hard for people to resist doing what others ask, but sometimes we must be strong in the face of pressure. Anyone know this word? You know, in spite of. You know this word? In spite of. Maybe, yeah, in spite of. Maybe in case of, in terms of, so we have similar meaning, but I think that is the most exact meaning. So in the face of pressure, okay. Okay, so number 6. All ways of doing things are in jeopardy. And you know this meaning?
Danger.
Yes. In jeopardy is not, but danger is strong meaning, you know, strong meaning. But jeopardy is mean risk, you know, risk. Risk. Okay. Danger is okay, but just stronger meaning than jeopardize. Okay, jeopardize is the same way. Okay, like okay. For example, if you criticize your boss, okay, you might jeopardize your job, right? Jeopardize, or your job is in jeopardy. If you criticize your boss and your boss no, right? Maybe fire you, for example, right? In danger. Good. So you can use this jeopardy or jeopardize your job if you criticize your boss, for example. Okay, number 7. You cannot simply substitute words from one language to another.
Substitute ini dah, Brandon dah, teacher. Brandon.
Okay. So substitute, I think that this word you are very familiar with.
Replace.
Teacher, number 7 we already.
Abandon. Oh, sorry. Abandon. You know abandon. Yeah, abandon. Everyone know this word, right?
Abandon. Yeah.
Okay. So the last word you have to pronounce like schwa sound. You know schwa sound. Schwa sound. Schwa sound is mean you cannot pronounce abandon, for example. You cannot pronounce that because the last one is a schwa sound. You have to pronounce abandon, right? Like freedom, Normally we don't pronounce freedom, right? We have freedom. For example, like that, them. You can see kingdom, not kingdom, and kingdom, for example. So I think that you have to know how to pronounce the schwa sound. For example, kingdom, not kingdom. Freedom, not freedom. Wisdom, not wisdom. For example, like that. Abandon, not abandon. For example, like that. Okay, so this is related to grammar rules. Okay, so
Excuse me, teacher.
yeah.
How can I spell schwa sound? I don't know whether I pronounce it right or wrong.
The schwa sound. Yeah. Good question. Good question. You pronounce the schwa sound in case that word with more than one syllabus. Okay, more than one syllabus. In okay, just in general, not fixed. Not certain level. It doesn't mean every word have to pronounce like that. But in general, if the verb you have to use fast on at the first syllabus. The first syllabus. For example, like I used to tell you, like record, record. You can fast on record. Okay, record. But if it is a noun, you have to use this fast on at the second syllabus. Sorry, syllabus, not syllabus. For example, record, record. You can see. This is number one. Number two, like a noun, kingdom. For example, you get kingdom, kingdom, wisdom, freedom. So you can give the example another word. For example, here, okay, abandon. Okay. You can say not jeopardy. You can see why the second jeopardy. So I recommend you checking dictionaries if you are not sure. You can see this, some kind of schwa sound like this. How to draw. Let me draw first. No. Oh, no. Can you see when they try on? Okay. Okay, so number one, you just observe or notice that a verb you have to stress the second syllable and the first syllable is one sound. Number one. If in case of noun, you have to use you stress the first syllable and schwa sound is the second. In case, okay. Like I give you an example. Okay, so when I say, for example, here, tradition. Okay, so traditional. Actually, we cannot pronounce tradition and tradition, right? This far sound here. Use tradition. You can see sometimes not fit. Tradition, traditional. You can see that. Like condition, we cannot pronounce condition. You have the condition, for example, condition, some kind of like that. So I think that you should notice when you read or check the dictionary.
Scenario.
Okay, let move. Let's move on.
Replace.
Okay, so go to number 8. You know, right? Number 8. No need to translate for you. And substitute. Okay. And number 9. Shift. Shift. And shift.
To change.
Shift away. It means change, right?
Change.
And a wake up call is, you can say the techniques they use verb as an adjective by put hyphens here, become adjective. A wake up call. You know the meaning of wake up call? Anyone know the meaning of wake up call? A wake up call?
I don't know, teacher. Just know wake up, but any call, I don't know.
Wake up and call, right?
Yeah.
Please wake up and call.
Wake up in the morning.
Okay. So it's a very good word. Wake up call it mean bring attention to something. Bring attention to something. Okay. For example, when you feel you maybe have a diarrhea. A diarrhea is like many times, right? You have a diarrhea or you have some kind of symptom. Okay, not symptom, symptom. Symptom, symptom. Some kind of symptom. So you have to realize that you have something wrong with your stomach, right? So that is a word call that you have to be careful. You have to go to the hospital to check. So that is a wake up call because you see the sign of the symptom. You have some diarrhea. Okay, you have your stomach pain when you eat spicy food or some kind of food that's maybe allergic. Allergic. So that is a wake up call. Okay. You know Alzheimer. Anyone know the word Alzheimer?
Assignment.
No,
Which
teacher.
scenario? Number.
Okay, just give you example. Alzheimer is mean you forget something often. Okay, you forget something often, so that is the kind of wake up call of Alzheimer. ជំងឺភ្លេចភ្លាំងណាយើងអញ្ចឹងវាជា wake up call ជាសញ្ញាទឿនថាយើងអាចកើតរោគ Alzheimer រោគភ្លេចភ្លាំងណាដោយសារយើងអាសាភ្លេចនេះភ្លេចនោះពេលខ្លះបិចដាក់នៅលើតិចដើររកបិចសឹងស្លាប់ណាចឹងណាចឹង Okay.
Teacher, could you spell it for me?
Alzheimer, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of that word. Okay. Alzheimer. Oh. Alzheimer.
I think
I'm not sure how to spell it. Sorry. I just know that Alzheimer is mean mental disease, some kind of mental dementia, something like that. Okay, so I will tell you later. Okay, after the class I will check the dictionary. Sorry, Alzheimer. Right? So be careful, especially people old age, senior people. Okay. Now we go to scenario or scenario. Okay, scenario or scenario. Sorry.
Scenario.
description
Yes, in Khmer we got scenario, right?
Yes, sir. Scenario is it always happen with the director,
in the
the
future.
producer to make a story.
Okay. So here they focus about the negative use of the future. So it means the scenario. Actually, scenario both positive and negative. Okay, but mostly they focus about the bad impacts, of the future. You look at the scenario. Okay, and they use a lot in the politics, right? Scenario to get the more seat in the parliament. Scenario to to deal with the opposition, or for example, a party. So they have this scenario, something like that. Okay, so the last one, habitats. Habitat is mean the place, okay, the place of wild animal live, or the place of the people live. Okay. So now we go to match. Okay. So to match, I assume that I tell you is faster, or you want to do on your own here. Okay, A, in a dangerous position or situation and likely to be lost or harmed. You can see A number 6, you can see jeopardize. This is the meaning. Dangerous person like
jeopardize.
someone of you said dangerous position. Okay. And now B, what is B?
Number 11 teacher.
A description of housing might happen in the future. This one, right? Scenario. Okay, scenario 11. Okay, description how things might happen in the future. So it might be positive, it might be negative. Okay. C, you can see what C. You can see a medicine or a medical treatment for an illness. You know the word here, right? Cure.
Sure.
I think sure.
Yes, correct. Yeah, cure. Cure. Yeah. And D, a place where the particular types of animal or plant is normally found.
Habitat.
You can see?
Habitat.
Habitat.
Yes, correct. That's correct. E, despite problem, difficulties.
In the face of.
In the face of.
Yes, in the face. Okay. In the face, number 5. Okay. F, an event that makes people realize that there is a problem they need to do something about. Which one?
I think wake up call.
Okay, correct. Wake up call. Wake up call, right? You can see realize. So you realize there is something wrong, okay? Something bad. Okay, G, to leave a thing or place, to stop supporting or believing in something.
Abandon teacher.
Correct, yes. Abandon, okay, abandon your language, abandon your home, okay. Abandoned city, you know abandoned city? Abandoned city, abandoned house, abandoned, so the house without people live in, right? The city without people live in, like Phnom Penh in the period of Khmer Rouge regime, right? The Phnom Penh is abandoned, or Phnom Penh is an abandoned city in Cambodia. Okay, so you can use that. H to use in place in space of
Substitute.
yes, correct, exactly. Substitute, use something in place of. I to use something in order to gain as much from it as possible.
มันមាន substitute ហ៎គេថា
Which one?
substitute
The correct one is exploit. Okay, exploited. Okay, exploited. Exploited. Okay, you can use something in order to gain. Okay, as much from it as possible. Okay, it means that you take advantage, so much advantage, and you don't care. For example, here, for example, you exploit something. It means you don't care. You just take it. Try to take it. Like I would like to take example like the forest. You don't take care about the forest. You just want to take the advantage. You just take the benefits from that thing, and you don't care. You abandon them. Okay, after using, after it is like useless. Okay, J to keep is the one, right?
retain teacher
Retain, right? Retain. Okay, so you can say okay, you can say swaz on retain, retain, right? Not retain, retain. Okay, K, a change in position or direction.
Shift.
number 9
right?
teacher
Number 9, shift. Okay, change or shift. We use a lot in academic writing. You shift, not change. You shift something. Okay. You take a shift. For example, if you work sometimes you like how to say, take turns in doing something, right? Take turn do something. Okay, last one. Belonging to a particular place rather than coming to it from somewhere else. We only one left, right? Number 3, right? Here, indigenous. Okay, indigenous. You can say indigenous belong to a particular place rather than coming from it. Coming to it, from somewhere else. Okay, so that's all. And here, I think that all of you read. So if any sentence that you don't understand, you can ask me, okay, about the new words or the sentence in it, because sometimes we have to not focus only particular word, but we have to look at the context of the sentence, okay, and the topic. Okay, so easy to translate. Okay, so the good translator, it doesn't mean you have to translate word by word. Everyone know, right? If you study your major in English literature or English translation, so you know, right? It means a good translator. It doesn't mean you have to translate word by word, but the importance, you cover the meaning of that sentence, maybe shorter than what the speaker said. Okay, but the listener, the audience understand exactly what they mean. Okay, so here we move to this a little bit. This is the reference. Okay, academic writing. Okay, so look at the ideas here. Okay, the idea here come from this one. Okay, from when language is died. Okay, so you can see number 7 here. They give you number 7 here. You can see. Yes, the Bari people become divorced from their surroundings and their language